Good morning, guys. Welcome to TMXing Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, today I'm making a tropical smoothie. Now, Mr. 10 put this on the planner for today, but when I had a look at it, it's rated like really quite low. And I think it's like 2 point something, which is, I always say to you guys, make sure it's over 3.5, preferably 4. 3.8 is probably okay, but like when you're getting a 2, I'd be saying steer clear of it. So I thought today would be a really good chance to actually look at this recipe. Let's explore why it's got what it's got, and let's change it up so that it actually is successful, and why I think maybe some people didn't like it as well. Okay, so it's tropical smoothie. I feel like it's from another country, so if you can't find it on your Cookidoo, you need to go alter your filters. If you want your filters to stick, it needs to be done through the website, through your profile, before you even get started in Cookidoo. So as soon as you've logged in, it needs to be done actually through your profile. If you need a hand to do that, just ask. I'm happy to help. Okay, so let's get start cooking. Oh, before we do, scroll down. I want to show you something. Easy, 5 minutes, total time 5 minutes. And look at this, 6 glasses. If I click on that, this is one of those recipes that allows you to actually go, hey, I just want to make 4, or hey, I want to make 6. Okay, we're going to make 6 because I have 4 boys, hubby and myself. We'll make a big batch, okay? There are things I am changing because I just don't have the rest ingredients ready as they are. But let me explain why, and also let me explain why maybe it didn't work out with the people who have rated it already. Okay, so let's go start cooking. I know some of you guys have said, hey, I'd love to have notes. I agree. Whether that eventually comes, I don't know. The Germans are incredibly clever at what they do. We used to have notes on our TM5. They took them away though, but we also had timer. And then recently we got timer back to the TM6. So never say never is what I have learned. They are always innovating, which is so cool. Okay, first things first is frozen pineapple pieces. Now, I don't have them frozen. I have a tin. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use the tin. But in my head, I'm also considering how can I make this thicker, okay? Because frozen will make it thicker, right? It'll make it more slushy-like. By the way, if you're watching and say hello, especially those of you on Facebook, it puts it in your newsfeed. Those of you watching replay tonight on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. And you know what? For all of you, share these videos with your friends who have a Thermomix, because I want to make sure people are using their Thermomix more than just the standard. Okay, I want you to keep getting more and more out of it. Okay, so 200 grams, it says frozen. I'm using straight out of a can because that's what I've got. Okay, so you'll see the scales would have fluctuated just then with my hand. I'm trying not to get too much juice in because frozen is obviously going to be way more dense than my pieces. If you had circles, that's fine as well. I can't talk and measure at the same time sometimes. So let's put that in. So yes, so the traditional recipe, the original would have said freeze them, which would actually make it incredibly creamy, I suspect, but that's okay. Okay, so 200 grams. If there's a little more, that's okay. Frozen mango. Again, I don't have it frozen, okay, because number one, I won't buy frozen mango. Okay, so hear me out on this. You know how you can buy those packets in the supermarkets, pre-frozen mango cubes, yeah? I don't know about you, but every single time in the past I have bought one of those, I have been disappointed. I felt like I was eating cardboard. There was a very rare occasion when somebody presented it to me for their demo, and they actually said it tasted like mango, but most of the time they said it didn't taste right. And if you ever said to me I was going to use mango, I would say put it with berries or put it with something else, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, something to give it a flavor, because it really, I think what they've done for those, sometimes for those frozen ones, is they've picked the mango green, they have then gassed it to make it go orange, and then they cube it up and put it in a frozen bag, and it looks like ripe mango, but when you taste it, it tastes sad. Okay, so point number one on why this recipe might taste bad, or people have rated it badly, is that the mango was probably the packet mango, and 90% of it doesn't taste right. And you know what? I couldn't find a brand that consistently tasted awesome. Okay, so maybe the organic stuff would have, but I never actually went down that line. I kind of just said, hey, pick frozen mixed berries. They work every time, okay? Or you know what's really pretty? Dragon fruit. Anyway, there's my first thought about why this might have been not rated well, okay? So 200 grams, I have cheeks. Another tip, this will not be for the original recipe, but just randomly. If you're using mango for a dish, leave the sides to eat separately. The sides tend to have the little hairy bits. The cheeks do not. Okay, so just a little tip: just eat them as snacks or use them as decoration later, but don't put them in your smoothie or your ice cream. They tend to leave like hairy bits. Okay, so don't do that. It's like eating asparagus and eating it too high up where you get the woody bit. Okay, you just don't do it. So it's yummy to eat, right? Like when we eat it, it's fine because we're actually, it must be the way that we eat it off. It doesn't seem to carry those stringy bits. But yeah, anyway, little tip, okay? You'll do it once and you'll be like, that was a bit weird. And that's why. Same if you're ever freezing mango. My most favoriteest thing to make at this time of year is actually Fruity Dream with mango. Comes out so incredibly creamy, like to the point that some people are like, is this cream based? And it's not. It's literally egg white and frozen mango. I will always, so what you just saw me do then, I'm not going to use the other bit because it's going to go too far. Oh, you know what, I'll put it in. But I cut it into cubes and then I literally do what I've done here and then I freeze it flat and then I blitz it up for Fruity Dream. So that's actually like free, and it's got an egg white in it. You don't even need sugar. If you use ripe mangoes, you do not need sugar, okay? It's only if you use unflavored green ones that you need something, but sugar still doesn't do it. Okay, it's a little bit extra in that. Okay, some plain yogurt. So, give me one moment, guys. I want to wash my hand. All right, coming back. I actually have a tap behind. I should use the tap back here. Oh well, anyway, it's Friday. I bought yogurt the other day because my starter in my freezer has appeared to have died, which happens sometimes. It's a bit like yeast. It doesn't like changes. It doesn't like getting wet. Will wet like is in that sweatiness that freezers sometimes have. And so eventually, if you don't use it, or more so if you don't store it well, it will die, and then you will be trying to ferment your yogurt and it just won't happen. And that's what I was finding. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy a starter. You don't need a starter this big, but this was on sale. Mind you, when I say on sale, I think it was $8. Now, put that in perspective, and this is why I make it 2 kilos. I can buy 2 1 kilo long life, exactly the same brand, for what? Are they $1.60, $1.80? Just hang on a second. What's that sound, guys? Can you tell him to stop, please? Something's making a squeaky sound. So for like $4, I can make this, okay, using my leftover batch and this, and maybe some, if you want to make it thicker, your cream or your milk powder. Okay, now that's why you don't see me do this. I don't think you guys have ever seen me do this. It's been a very long time. Like it might have been like back in COVID or something. I don't know. So 150 grams plain yogurt. Now, again, this would change your flavoring, right? If you used a very, like this is Greek, it's going to have a bit of a bite to it. If you use vanilla, you're going to get a really lovely vanilla flavor through. Okay, so that's going to change your flavoring. If you are used to having really sweet smoothies, you might be sad if you then had a Greek yogurt and then you had unripe mangoes out of the frozen packet. The only thing then you're relying on is the pineapple. And you know what, like sometimes as well, pineapple can't be quite right. Interestingly, I saw someone in America make pineapple so they canned the pineapple, right? They preserved it out of zucchini the other month. How cool was that? Anyway, I don't think ours is made out of zucchini. I think you're okay. I don't think I've read the can either. It's one of the few things, we don't buy many canned things. So it says pineapple, 72%, pineapple juice, water, and that's it. So that's cool. But anyway, who would have thought you could make a pretend pineapple out of zucchini? Last ingredient, second last maybe, rolled oats, 80 grams. In this goes. This, I think, what I suspect is maybe if you did it with all the frozen fruit, you've got then a lot of thickness. You're going to be eating it like a breakfast bowl just about with a spoon. Because let me have a look, but I feel like this is it. There we go, 80 grams. If you can't do rolled oats, I reckon just leave them out. Okay, it's really good. It'll be a filler. Like my kids need filling up. So it'd be a filler, but yeah. Oh, milk. I forgot to get the milk out. Can you grab me the long life milk? You can use the nut milk if you preference coconut milk. I reckon coconut would be yummy though, wouldn't it? Mango, pineapple, and coconut. Anyway, we'll just use the long life because that's what's here. Is there much left in it? Nope. What I'm also going to do, because I don't have those frozen things, right, is I'm going to put some ice in. Okay, so whenever you are juicing with your Thermomix, so this is a little different. We are smoothie making today, but you want to, I'm just going to see where I've got my extra, hopefully I've got some extra milk in here somewhere. But you want to, here we go. I am still here. You just can't see me helping myself to the drawers. Hello, Marilyn. Whenever you've got fruit, the way to break down that pulp, so it's really, really healthy to not juice in such a way that it removes the pulp, the fiber. Okay, fiber with the sugar is good. Okay, so when it all comes together. So with the Thermomix, we don't lose that fiber. Obviously, it stays in, but you do want to make it smooth. And the way to make it smooth is actually ice cubes. So if you want to juice an orange, you put in your orange, take the seeds out. Okay, you can do sugar or no sugar. We would do no sugar, and then a handful of ice. And that goes for most juicing things. Okay, the ice breaks it down. So I do not have the frozen pineapple, the frozen mango, so I'm going to put ice in, but not much ice. I'll show you in a second. And that was as I was thinking about, you know, this is obviously something that, for whatever reason, people have not enjoyed. And I can't imagine, except for using sad frozen mango, I can't imagine why the flavor would be wrong. Like pineapple and mango, right? That's like an amazing match. So let me now go next. Put the ice in, which is not called for, right? So just to be clear, I put it in an insulated cup, so that might have been a mistake. I shouldn't have probably put it in there. It's frozen to it. There we go. It literally was a handful. Come on. Now let's put this together, see what it comes out like. All right, and I'm going to taste it with you guys and give you my verdict. Now, by the way, if this is like 1.5 amount, all right, there's a lot in there. If that's too much, maybe you're making a solo amount for you. Go back to that 4 serve at the very beginning where I showed you how to change it and just make a quarter. Like, and then freeze the leftovers. Freeze the leftover mangoes. Freeze the leftover pineapple. Obviously, you don't have to freeze the yogurt. Okay. So yeah, that would be my thought on that. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to clean up my kitchen. This is going to whiz around for a minute and a half. Okay, now I'll probably give it a minute. I can't see me giving it a minute and a half, but I want to show you the final product and I want to taste it and tell you what I think. Because, yeah, I don't know. Will I rate it 2.8? I'll let you know in a second. So let's spin that up. I'll put some bits and pieces away. Wait for the lid. I made the mistake of eating that pineapple, which, by the way, tastes fine. Okay, so it's not going to be the flavor of the pineapple that people don't like, but I don't think I chewed it properly. So the other thought around tropical smoothie I wondered is maybe people are expecting a banana undertone to it, because obviously normally tropical stuff has pineapple, mango, banana, yeah, maybe even passion fruit. So I did think that if you ever don't want it, if you want passion fruit flavor without the seeds, remember to check out my juicing passion fruit video. 1 minute in our Thermomix generally is significant enough. Okay, you really shouldn't need more than 1 minute. Look how thick that is. Okay, whew, I'm excited. All right, let's have a look. Let's look at the final product. And by the way, how good is having like 1 minute where it does its own thing and you can put your kitchen back together? Okay, so that's the texture. Obviously, if you do it true to the recipe, it may look a bit different. Okay, this is where sometimes I'm like, oh, how do I get a photo of this? Because, you know, obviously I like to share with you guys the final product. And then if I sip out of the jar, it doesn't look good later. So I'm like, how do I get a good photo of this? But there you go. That's what it looks like. So Super yummy looking. Oh, come back camera. There you go. And you saw the texture, right? So let me have a taste. Let me tell you what I think, okay? Okay. First thought, I can taste the oats. If you don't like rolled oats, you're not going to like it. But otherwise, it tastes like muesli. It tastes like your breakfast muesli, okay? Nothing wrong with it at all, okay? What would I do different for next time? Probably nothing, because it's not bad. Like, I can taste the oats. Like, I can feel and taste the oats, so maybe that's why people rated it poorly. But it's not bad. It's not terrible at all. It's actually really nice. So, if you're looking for something a little bit refreshing, a little bit different, fill your tummy, you know, I think this is good. If you don't have oats, you don't like that kind of muesli flavor, skip them, okay? That would be my suggestion on this. But would I rate it 2.8? No. Would I give it 4.5? Coming up to 5? Yes. Is it like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, you must try it? Let me try again, I'll tell you. It's coming up there. It's not like, I can't see why people don't like that. Like, barring the fact that your mango might be gross because it's frozen green, it's like maybe too thick for people would be the other thinking. Maybe it's something that literally it's like an acai bowl where you need to use a spoon. So maybe that. But otherwise, guys, I would actually say give it a go. Tell me what you think. Please don't use frozen mango from the supermarket, okay? It's mango season or coming into mango season here where we are. Grab yourself some, freeze them up if you want, or do what I did today where you add the ice to it, okay? But really, actually, really enjoyable, really nice. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that's amazing. So give it a go. Can't wait to hear what you think. But otherwise, if I can help you with anything about your Thermomix, reach out. I love to hear from you. If you've got friends and family who you are sharing food with this weekend from your Thermomix, because we're getting into that time of year, make sure they know it's from your Thermomix. Make sure they know that if they want to buy a Thermomix at some stage to go through your consultant. Please let no one go to the website and check out with the select a consultant for me button. Okay, make sure they know they have to go through a consultant. And same with if you're going through the mix shop as well. Okay, please check our names are displayed. And on that note, I saw yesterday, what did I see? If you haven't yet signed up to My Mix Rewards, okay, that is the new reward program in the mix shop. You sign up and you get $15 to spend, and I think you've got 3 months to spend it, heaps of time, okay? So you can wait till Christmas shopping, which will be here before we know it. 60 days, 61 days to Christmas, guys. But they're giving away like a whole lot of stuff. I think it said 350 chances to something. So I know I need to read the details. It's been a crazy few days. But check it out. If you haven't signed up to My Mix Rewards, get to it. Get your $15 to spend later. You get birthday stuff as well when birthdays come around. So put your birthday in. I don't get to see your birthday. It's okay. I just have a checkbox that says this person signed up, and then it's blank if you haven't. But well worth, I think, doing, because also for every dollar you spend, you get a point back, and those points then you get to spend, you get gift cards on. So well worth doing. But that's it. That is Tropical Smoothie off Cookidoo. And I love Marilyn saying that they're in the shops now. I always buy the seconds, the ones that they say like that aren't good enough to sell on their own. I check the pricing. I always compare pricing compared to the normal ones. But you know how they've got the ones that are like special. I do that with the carrots too and the zucchinis. I always go, but I do compare prices, because sometimes they try and trick you on that too. So, but yeah. Have a lovely day, guys. Take care. I can't wait to hear what you are making in your Thermomix. So please do reach out. Let us know what you're making. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to know you are loving your Thermomix. If you can't find my details at any time, TMXing Adventures, okay? Oh, I don't have my big shirt on today with TMXing Adventures on, but BMXing, but with a T, okay, tmxingadventures.com.au, or head to the QR code. I know sometimes you're watching on your phone, so you can't open a QR code at the same time. But imperfect mangoes. Thank you, Marilyn. That's the word I'm after. Have a lovely week, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.